with results for Issue 3 and Issue 2, because it's very important if Issue 2 passes. It will nullify Issue 3. Issue 3 lately has been getting a lot of big endorsements. Montel Williams endorses it because of its medical marijuana aspects. It marks the first time he's ever endorsed any kind of recreational legalization measure at all. Normal with an endorsement, the ACLU of Ohio. Polls have been iffy. Polls show that it's going to be close. We'll find out Tuesday night, like I said. I'll be live tweeting results from the local news. There's our local news around here in Cincinnati. So we'll be getting results. It'll be front and center. See what happens. Senator Bernie Sanders proposes pulling the feds out of marijuana regulation entirely. He's apparently not without a level of media savvy. That's according to Reason.com. As Republican candidates kick off a debate in Colorado, which was the other night, a state that has very notably legalized marijuana use, Sanders is getting press for proposing a radical to non-libertarians new federal marijuana policy. A town hall meeting at George Mason University in Virginia. It was streamed to hundreds of colleges. He proposed yanking marijuana completely off the federal list of controlled substances. Too many Americans have seen their lives destroyed because they have criminal records as a result of marijuana use. Sanders told the crowd, which erupted with applause. That's wrong. That has got to change. No other presidential candidate has called for marijuana to be completely removed from the schedule of controlled substances and regulated by the Drug Enforcement, that are regulated by the Drug Enforcement Administration. Sanders' plan would not automatically make marijuana legal nationwide, but states would be allowed to regulate the drug in the same way that state and local laws now govern sales of alcohol and tobacco. We'll see. At least it's something. Apparently he's going to introduce legislation to that effect, because he is, of course, a senator. There's other stories up on Cannabis Tweets. Mexico Supreme Court could effectively make marijuana legal for recreational users. There's a big story for those in Mexico. More stories about Bernie Sanders. Of course, Colorado now coming up on 2 years of recreational sales. How are they doing? This is from WSPA.com. Apparently is Channel 7 and is on your side, according to the website. How Colorado is doing since marijuana legalization.
In less than a week, we will know whether Ohioans want a marijuana industry in the Buckeye State.
Over the past 3 weeks, we've been looking at things in Colorado, where marijuana has been legal now for more than a year. Tonight, in the final part of her marijuana series, Natalie Tendall with 2 News Investigates is back to cut through the claims and look at the real impact of marijuana in Colorado.
Well, there are a lot of claims surrounding marijuana legalization, and some say it helps the economy and brings jobs, while others say it creates more crime and puts kids at risk. The truth is, the impact is good or bad, depending on who you ask.
I think the world's looking at Colorado, and I think this is a period with this great social and economic change around controlled substances, and I think this is the test case.
Marijuana has been legal in Colorado for more than a year. It's a new industry, so it took some work to get it up and running.
It's very costly to set up this whole brand new industry and regulate it and try and enforce it. It's been quite a struggle.
Several task forces were involved in figuring out how to legalize pot in the state when it's still illegal federally. One big issue is marijuana is a cash business because banks are federally insured.
Well, I think we worry about the banking issue. I think is a real issue. It's cash business, which I think can put employees at risk, people around at risk, because that's a lot of cash to be moving around.
Bottom line is federal law needs to be changed so the banks will do business with marijuana businesses.
Colorado did not make as much money as originally estimated off pot. Last year, they brought in $44 million in new taxes. You
know what fixes that? Low tax revenue? Sell more pot.
estimate was about $30 million off. The Denver Metro Chamber of Commerce president says they've worked hard to make sure businesses know they can still have a drug-free workplace in the state.
Isn't that beautiful?
She says there's one positive change they've noticed, an increase in commercial property sales.
The operations that grow marijuana utilize often underutilized commercial
economic activity, jobs, lower crime rates, lower highway fatalities, tax revenue.
Industrial big warehouses. These tend to be less expensive commercial space. We saw the price go up for those spaces when marijuana was legalized.
Places like Mindful are using those facilities. CEO Meg Sanders says her business does more than just help the real estate side of things.
Then there's this whole ancillary side of security teams and marketing teams and packaging and you name it that comes along with this. Not
economic activity. Stoner Jesus Show podcast. We got sex, toys, and stories from the road with VDJ Sexy Hippie coming up. Make sure you go follow Cannabis Tweets on Twitter. That's Cannabis Tweets with a Z. Talking about pussy licking coming up. That's right. You heard me correctly. Licking the Beaver. Stoner Jesus Show podcast. Recorded live October 30th, 2015. I mentioned Zombie Tech 115 and VJ Sexy Hippie in the chat area. We're live on Cannabis Radio, on Spreaker, podcast, of course, on stonerjesus.net, and on cannabisradio.com. We'll be back, bitches.
The Stoner Jesus Show on cannabisradio.com.
Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here. I'll tell you about another great sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show. It's Pottles. Check out their banner on stonerjesus.net. Pottles. Follow My Pottles on Twitter. They have all kinds of great stuff, including odor-free stash containers. They come in all kinds of sizes and colors. They're airtight, watertight, and UV protected. They also got cones, dab stuff. They got glass, tubes, and more. Check out that Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net or simply go to mypottles.com. Think outside the baggie. They always have great deals and more going on. Go get your odor-free stash containers and more. Just click that Pottles banner on stonerjesus.net. Hello, my children. Stoner Jesus here to tell you about another awesome sponsor of the Stoner Jesus Show, Puffer Shades. Check out the Puffer Shades banner on stonerjesus.net. They're polarized sunglasses for the cannabis enthusiast. Puffer Shades strives to provide the best sunglasses in the cannabis industry, and they stand behind every pair that they sell. Go to puffershades.com or just click that Puffer Shades banner on stonerjesus.net. Make sure you use the promo code STONER. That's promo code STONER to get 20% off of your purchase. Puffer Shades start at only $24.20 a pair. Hey, they know you're high. Don't pay for expensive sunglasses you're going to end up losing anyway. Get yourself some Puffer Shades. The lenses cut down the glare and the haze so your eyes are more comfortable and you can see better. Plus, they hide those red eyes you got. Check out the Puffer Shades banner on stonerjesus.net and make sure you use promo code STONER to get 20% off. The Stoner Jesus Show is brought to you in part by Hemptations.com and PlanetEverywhere.com. They got a lot of awesome stuff for you to check out. But don't just take my word for it. Let Beach, the owner of Hemptations, tell you all about it.
It's a very large selection of hemp goods, everything from reusable coffee filters to frisbees, bandanas, everything Planet Everywhere on the site is made in Cincinnati, Ohio, made locally. We also have other retail products from our cosmetics, Earthly Body product, bags on the retail site. Again, anybody local in Temptations, and I can go to Temptations.com and get the info on the stores. Planet Everywhere is .com is our retail site. You can hit me up on Temptation Beach or like my Facebook page, Temptations or Temptations 2. I'm on Twitter, Google, I'm on the internet everywhere, just like everyone. We love to hear from people all over the world, positive things about industrial hemp. That's what I do. That's what we do. Largest selection of industrial hemp on the planet in the stores. And I'd like to grow that inventory to be able to say that I haven't actually checked out all the other hemp retail spots to see if we have the largest amount on our Planet Everywhere. But it's a fair selection.
And as Beach always says,
having temptations.
Great websites today need expert web design and development and need to be e-commerce ready and mobile friendly. But building a marketable and profitable website can be an uphill climb. Ready to make your new website or replace your existing website? Think Orange as the new way to get in the black. Orange Hill Development works with Fortune 500 companies and offer the same top quality development service at a fraction of what other providers charge. Brands like Absolute, Carlsberg, and Nestea trust Orange Hill Development. Find out why you should trust your website with Orange Hill. Contact Orange Hill for a consultation today at orangehilldevelopment.com.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every day. Medical marijuana is my last resort, and it helps me when all other drugs have failed. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
The following CannabisRadio.com program contains explicit language and content that can be considered graphic and offensive. This program is not suitable for all audiences, and the opinions expressed do not reflect those of CannabisRadio.com, its staff, management, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
Yeah. Stoner Jesus Show podcast recorded live on October 30th, 2015. We're on Cannabis Radio on Spreaker recording the podcast live. It's time now for sex, toys, and stories from the road with VDJ Sexy Hippie. Of course, there's a page for the segment on stonerjesus.net. All the different places you can contact her. If you want to have a question or a topic, it's on Facebook. She's on Twitter, VDJ Sexy Hippie. You can email vdjsexyhippie@gmail.com. Let's see what is up in the world of Canada. VDJ Sexy Hippie, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much, Stoner Jesus. How are you doing this fine day?
I am doing pretty good. How great are things in Canada now with your different prime minister?
Well, he's not officially in yet, he's elected, but he's got I think it's November 4th that he would be, I guess, I don't know how you guys, or what we call it here, and I don't know what you guys call it there, but when these get sworn in.
Here's the inauguration.
Yeah, I don't remember what they call it here in Canada, but I should know that term, but I don't.
Probably some weird Canadian thing.
Probably like oiling the beaver or some shit like that. I don't know.
He has to spank the beaver on November 4th. Hell yeah.
Fucking A. So I thought, since we're on a new platform with Cannabis Radio,
yes,
and they are lovely to have us, I figured I will bring out a piece that we did way back. I think it was
piece.
Yes, it's like a piece that we did in last March. It's the pussy licking guide. Woo-hoo.
Pussy licking, fucking A.
Yes, nothing wrong with licking pussy, and there's a lot of benefits to being good at licking pussy. This is part 1 of the Pussy Licking Guide. So get out your pens, your papers, whatnot.
That's right.
And take notes, boys or
Very
girls.
important. Yes.
Very important. Okay. Now, licking a pussy, it's not as easy as sucking cock. Because sucking cock is easy. Like, you just play with it and up and down and make sure you don't use your teeth and make sure, you play nice with it. And, cock's pretty easy. But pussies are a little bit different. And it's not just licking the pussy and the act of licking the pussy that turns the woman on. The first thing is you have to tell her that she's beautiful, and you got to mean it. A girl who feels good about themselves